So I did a video a couple weeks ago about the mid-season break for Invincible. And in that video, I said, don't worry, guys, it's fine. It's only going to be like a month. It'll be okay. And when I was saying that, pretty much everyone was reporting that part 2 would start up right at the beginning of January. But then the beginning of January came and all that information silently went away. And people were sitting here going, well, okay, when's it coming back? Well, we finally have that answer. March 14th, which means that there's like a whole season, a whole quarter of the year between when part 1 came out and when part 2 came out, which is a real momentum killer. When it was just a month, I'd be like, it's not the best, but maybe they still have to finish up some of the animation, so they put in a little bit of a delay there. And if we go into, we've got an interview here with Robert Kirkman, the creator of Invincible, that he did last July. Back then, they did know that they were going to have that mid-season break. So this was always in the plan. We do know that we're getting season 2, but we're getting it in 2 parts. Is that decision tied to the production process, or is there something about the season 2 storyline that you think will be benefited from having that break in between? He says it's a little bit of the production process, just because ramping things up has taken a lot longer than we thought. So that very well could be it, that the last episodes, they didn't have animation finished ahead of time. And maybe the delay was longer than they thought. Maybe that's why it took this long. But he says, when you see episode 4 of season 2, you may need a break. It's a big episode. It's definitely a mid-season finale kind of episode. And with everything going on that time of year with Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and a lot of family time, I think a lot of shows get lost in the shuffle there. And so I think it's good to take a pause. I disagree with that. TV is not the way it was like in the 20th century. It's not an occasion where in the holiday shuffle, you missed a show airing and then so you're lost, right? Like that was a big reason why a lot of shows took a hiatus in December, is because people were going to be busy with other things, so they weren't going to be sitting around watching the TV as much. And before we had streaming, before we had DVRs, back when the best that you could get was hoping that you know how to set up time record on your VCR, like, yeah, that was a big concern. But now everything's streaming, so like the release date for an episode, it doesn't actually matter so much, because once it's out there, it's out there. Unless they pull like a Warner Brothers thing and pull it off of Max, or, you know, Disney Plus has started doing that too, or Paramount when they pulled Prodigy. You know, an asterisk, it's available pretty much forever until it's not. But it's not like if you don't see it the day it comes out, you're going to miss it, right? This is still going to be out there. I disagree with the idea, if you see episode 4 of season 2, you may need a break. I fundamentally disagree with that idea. And I'll tell you why. Because after season 1 ended, I was so impatient for season 2 to start up that I just went and read the entire comic run. So it wasn't a thing where, oh my god, that was heavy, boy, I need a break for season 2. No, it was I'm going to spoil myself on every single thing that's going to happen in the show because it was so good, I need more now. So I don't agree with this framing. I can definitely understand that they needed a break because they wanted to hit a certain like release date marker for the start of the season, but weren't able to make sure that they could have an uninterrupted release date. I understand that. I still think they should have waited until all of the episodes are done. But also, because people were initially reporting that the show was going to be coming back in January, seemingly from official sources, until everyone just stopped reporting that altogether, well, that seemed suspicious to me. And I think I'm going to tell you why the delay was as long as it is. Amazon Prime Video is launching ad-supported tier later this month, posted January 11th. They weren't going to release it in the beginning of January because they want people to make sure that they've got that higher paid tier on Prime once the ad-supported tier and the ad-free tiers launch later this month, next week. That's why it's been delayed until March 14th. And honestly, this is so stupid. If they were going to make this change anyway, they could have waited for Invincible Season 2 to be done completely before they release it after this. But actually, I think there's probably some business decisions behind that. Invincible is a big seller for the show, or for Prime Video. Like, it's one of their more popular shows. And by giving you the first half before they up the price to watch it without ads, people are probably going to be more likely to go ahead and shell that out rather than seeing that the price has increased before the show has even come out. You know, you're already invested now. So of course you're going to pay the higher tier. It's capitalism. It's all capitalism. Anyway, it's coming back March 14th. I'm excited for it to come back. I have had nothing but praise for this show. It's a really, really solid show. I think it improves upon the comic even. So I don't have any issues with the creative side of this show. But I do have issues with Jeff Bezos. Hey, thanks for watching. Your view means a lot. Don't forget to toss me a like and subscribe and ring the bell. And drop a comment below telling me what you thought of the video. I stream Mondays and Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific and Sundays at 2, so catch me live and join in on the convo. You can find all my socials in the description below, and thank you to all my patrons with a very special shout out to my Whaled Shark tier patron Ryan D and my Anemone friend tier patron Piftle Cakes. Your support means the world. Catch you next time.